Nope. Stop. Can't use that song anymore. YouTube copyright and that crap. I gotta quickly think of a replacement. Got it. I'll get a real replacement next time. Hello everyone, and welcome to another review. Space Jam. Oh man, I've heard of this movie all my life and how ridiculously bizarre it is. Taking Michael Jordan, a top NBA player, and putting him with the Looney Tunes? It was such a random combination, but it ended up surprisingly working. Somewhat. This movie has a fan base for sure, but there is also people who call it embarrassing trash from the 90s. I myself watched it for the first time last night, and honestly, I was pretty entertained. Sure, it screams 90s cheese, and a lot of the effects do not age well at all, but the goofiness and silliness just kept me watching throughout. It's not a great movie by any means, but it has its charm for sure. But today we are discussing its sequel, A New Legacy. As soon as the trailer came out for this, people were already tearing it apart. A Space Jam sequel 25 years later, starring LeBron James, CGI animation, and Lola doesn't have them curves? It's over. I want nothing to do with this! Except I'm not one of those people. You see, I actually don't mind Lola's modern design. I actually think she looks fine enough. The animation in the movie does enough justice in bringing this character to life as it is, and still looks great. LeBron himself? I'm not even a basketball fan. I don't watch the sport personally, so I barely even know about these players. Whatever issues and controversies happens to him in real life, I just have no personal attachment. So to me, he's just another character in the movie. The CGI animation? It's literally in the last 45 minutes of the movie. A big chunk of the movie is done in this great 2D animation that looks very clean and expressive. At the end of the day, all I care about is if I can enjoy the movie and have fun with it. And did I? Well, let's go over the story first, and I will be covering spoilers. LeBron's son, Dom, wants to become a video game designer and shows great talents at a young age as he's already built together his own digital basketball video game. However, LeBron thinks he has skills at real-life basketball and is pushing him to practice of it, despite him not really wanting to do it. At Warner Brothers, they have developed a new technology algorithm which has a mind of its own. It comes up with an idea to star LeBron in tons of new movies by making a copy of himself. He rejects the idea, however, thus Warner Brothers rejecting the algorithm itself. However, Dom loves the idea because of the technological advancements behind it. So, the algorithm takes Dom to use him to make him respected and well received by everyone. LeBron obviously wants him back, but the algorithm challenges him to a game of basketball to claim him, and in control, sends him to the Toonverse, where all the Looney Tunes reside. There, LeBron meets up with everyone as the algorithm has purposely broke them apart to other Warner Bros. Media's franchises so that they couldn't stand a chance. As Dom continues to get more into beating his father at the upcoming game, the algorithm utilizes Dom's fancy body scanning app to use actual players in the digital world. And so, with the game starting, the tunes are also digitized into CGI and it begins. As you can see, the story is simple, cliché, and random. But that's the thing, I still had fun watching it. The original was the same way, although a little bit more tamer. Here, they go all out and really mesh a lot of stuff together. For the people complaining that King Kong, the Iron Giant, and the Flintstones are there, yes, they are, but they're just part of the audience. They aren't even main characters or even the center of attention the trailer made it out to look like. Even when LeBron and Bugs go to each universe to bring back his friends, each reference has the Looney Tunes integrated with the footage, and I think it was pretty funny and clever how they put it together. Regardless, the attention is on LeBron and the tunes, as silly as it is. The animation? Great. The dynamics? Pretty good. The humor? It's fine and serviceable, with a couple of hiccups here and there, but nothing awful. And while the story is cliched and ridiculous, I came into it expecting that because I had just watched the original for the first time last night. I know how cheesy and ridiculous this all is, and I think it worked pretty well in the long run. The game itself I especially like too. It's different from the first movie as this now takes place in a digital video game like space. There's power-ups, cheat codes, and of course, the tunes come together with their looniness to score some points. It makes the whole thing enjoyable to watch with some humorous interactions too. What I don't get, however, is the intense hatred of this movie so far. Look at these scores. That's a bit much, don't you think? There's nothing overwhelmingly bad about this movie enough to warrant such a low rating. People's opinions will differ, and I get that, but just because you don't like LeBron, or Lola isn't sexy enough, or if the tunes are in CGI for the last act of the movie, shouldn't be enough to bash it to the ground. For anyone criticizing that the movie isn't realistic enough as well, that's just a load of shit. Remember that this was also the first movie. Realism! Now with that being said, the movie is definitely not a masterpiece. There is flaws here and there for sure. My biggest issue is how they raised the stakes towards the end, only to end up not doing anything with it. They explained that in order to defeat the algorithm in the basketball game, which, by the way, he's already cheating his way to win anyway, is to literally glitch him out into a move. However, performing said move will also glitch you out and get you deleted. Bugs ends up doing it to make the team win and defeats the algorithm, but he is then laying, glitched out, and is about to be deleted. But after he fades into light, he's back in the last scene and says that he brought his friends over. And that's it. No explanation, just boom, he's back. I just felt it was odd to have a climax like this for some emotional value, I guess, but it didn't really work out. So besides the somewhat weak ending, I still really enjoyed this a lot. The best parts of the movie obviously was the 2D animation. I would love to one day see a full movie done like this because it was a lot of fun. Overall, if you're a fan of the original Space Jam, I do recommend at least giving this a watch. If you don't end up liking it, then hey, that's fine. Again, different opinions. But don't be like those other people who immediately judge and pick it apart just based on what the trailer shows. Give it a chance and just have fun with it. Take nothing seriously because at the end of the day, it's a basketball player interacting with the Looney Tunes. It's supposed to be dumb. I'm giving Space Jam: A New Legacy a solid 7 out of 10. I don't know if I'm saying the right thing or not by saying this, and I really hope I'm not, but I actually kind of enjoyed this a little more than the original. I just ended up having more fun with it. I don't know, sue me. Well, that's my review for today, guys. As always, thanks so much for watching. I'm not sure what my next movie review will be, but we will see in the future. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed what you saw, and I will see you guys later. Alright! I wasn't cut off this time. Hey!